people to flourish in this rapidly changing landscape, the ability to think and act creatively is more important than ever before. Creative thinking is needed outside of the workplace, too. The pace of change continues to accelerate in all types of activities, in all aspects of our lives. Today's young people will be confronted with new and unexpected situations throughout their lives. They must learn to deal creatively with uncertainty and change, not only in their work lives but also in their personal lives, how to develop and sustain friendships in an era of ever-changing social networks, and their civic lives, how to participate meaningfully in communities that have ever-shifting needs and boundaries. How can we help young people develop as creative thinkers so that they're prepared for life in this ever-changing world? That's the central question of this book, and it's the question that has motivated my work and my life over the past 3 decades. I'm fortunate to work at the MIT Media Lab, a research lab full of ex-students and ex-researchers, people who are constantly exploring new ideas and inventing new possibilities. That's a great environment for me, but I'm frustrated so few people have access to these types of opportunities and inspirations elsewhere. My goal is to bring the Media Lab spirit of creativity and innovation to children around the world so that they too can grow up as ex-thinkers. To make that happen, my research group at the Media Lab is focused on developing new technologies and activities to engage children in creative learning experiences. We've collaborated with the LEGO Group for more than 30 years, helping to develop new generations of construction kits and helping to spread the gospel of playful learning with new partners like Tsinghua University. We've also developed the Scratch programming language and online community, enabling millions of young people around the world to create and share their own interactive stories, games, and animations. And we helped establish the Computer Clubhouse network of after-school learning centers, where youth from low-income communities learn to express themselves creatively with new technologies. In this book, I'll draw on stories and lessons from these projects to explore both the why and the how of creative thinking, building the case for why creative thinking is so important in today's world, and sharing strategies for how to help young people develop as creative thinkers. The book is intended for anyone who cares about kids, learning, and creativity. Whether you're a parent deciding on toys and activities for your children, an educator searching for new ways to help your students learn, a school administrator implementing new educational initiatives, a designer creating new products or activities for children, or simply someone who is curious about kids, learning, and creativity. I expect the book will be of special interest if you're intrigued or concerned by the role of new technologies in children's lives. Although I'm actively involved in developing new technologies for children, I'm skeptical and worried about the ways that many technologies are entering children's lives. Most children's apps and high-tech toys aren't designed to support or encourage creative thinking. This book presents an alternative vision. It highlights how new technologies, if properly designed and supported, can expand opportunities for all children from all backgrounds to experiment, explore, and express themselves, and in the process, develop as creative thinkers. In my work, my ultimate goal is a world full of creative people, ex-people, who are constantly developing new possibilities for themselves and their communities. I believe this book is timely. There's a greater need for creative thinking today than ever before, and new technologies are offering new ways to help young people develop as creative thinkers. But I also believe that the core message of the book is timeless. Creative thinking has always been and will always be a central part of what makes life worth living. Life as a creative thinker can bring not only economic rewards, but also joy, fulfillment, purpose, and meaning. Children deserve nothing less. Lifelong kindergarten. As the year 1999 rolled into 2000, I participated in a conference session where people debated the greatest inventions of the previous 1,000 years. Some people argued that the printing press was the most important invention. Others argued for the steam engine, the light bulb, or the computer. My nomination for the greatest invention of the previous 1,000 years? Kindergarten. That choice might seem surprising. Most people do not think of kindergarten as an invention, let alone an important invention. But kindergarten is a relatively new idea, less than 200 years old, and it represents an important departure from previous approaches to schooling. When Friedrich Froebel opened the world's first kindergarten in Germany in 1837, it wasn't simply a school for younger children.